Let's talk more in depth about the first day of preschool. I posted last week a video about the first day, and it was mainly about the first 20 minutes of getting the students in the door and settled, but now let's talk about the rest of the day. So when students come in, they're going to hang up their things in their cubbies, they're going to answer the question of the day and play at table time. So I talked about how I get them doing that on the first day of school. After everybody's here, we're going to move to our carpet for what would normally be our morning meeting. Now I'm going to blend this and our lesson all together on the first day, and there's a lot to say in a little bit of time. We want it to be fun, but they also have to learn a lot of information. So you have to be very quick and precise because at this age there's not a big attention span, so you have to get through it really quickly. So I'm going to bring them to the carpet. When we're here at the carpet, you're going to sit crisscross applesauce, hands in your lap, and eyes on me. As soon as I see one friend doing it, I'm like, oh my goodness, look, that's fantastic. Oh, look, that's fantastic. And I'm going to praise all of the students. And then typically they're all doing that pretty quickly. Okay, friends, this is the time that you're going to listen and I'm going to talk. So you have to be really good listeners. And then I'm just going to run through some things really quickly. So first, friends, I need you to know I'm so happy that you're here. We're going to have so much fun this year. Over here is our bathroom, but anytime you have to go to the bathroom, you can just go. This is where I start using my preschool how-to list. So these are the most important things that I'm going to get through right away. So use the bathroom, ask a teacher for help. I'm going to teach them how to line up because when we're done, we're going to be going outside for recess and we have to teach them what a line is. So I'll bring a few friends up at a time to tell them that they're going to be standing right behind. They should see the back of their friend's head. They're not going to run ahead. So we'll practice that and then we'll march around the room practicing our line. When they sit on the carpet, so I teach them how to sit crisscross applesauce, their hands in your lap, their eyes on me, and that's how you're supposed to sit. So when I say all set, they say you bet, and I'm checking to see if they're sitting that way. So they're not going to get that on the first day. We'll practice 4 or 5 times. I'll say all set, you bet, all set, you bet. So we'll keep practicing that every day. I'm going to talk about our daily schedule. So I'll say, you did a great job coming in. This is what you're going to do every day. You're going to hang up your backpack. You're going to answer the question of the day and then sit down for table time. After that, we're going to come to the carpet. And then I have a visual schedule, so I'm just going to really quickly point through and say, this is what we'll do every day. This is what you can expect. We're going to be going to the playground soon after this, so I'm going to talk about some basic playground rules. I'm going to show them my star chart. So this one has to start right away so that I can start praising them for every good thing I see so that our first and second day can run very smoothly. So like, oh my goodness, look, you're all sitting crisscross applesauce. I'm going to move you all up on the star. So when they get to the star, they can get one of my mini erasers. And this chart just moves up, not down, and it goes in a circle. So you can't tell who's doing the best because once they get to the star, they go all the way back to the bottom. We're going to teach them how to wash their hands. There used to be a really great video, Crawford the Cat, that it's no longer available on YouTube. So I'm just going to basically teach what he did and we're going to practice. So washing your hands is very important. Here's when you're going to wash your hands. You're going to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, when we come in time from recess, before you go to snack. If you cough or sneeze, you're going to wash your hands. And here's how we do it. Are you ready? Put your hands under the water. Water first. Then you need soap. Get 1 squirt of soap. Don't put it back in the water yet. And we're going to practice suds and bubbles. Suds and bubbles. Get between your fingers, on top of your hands. Rinse it again. So we're going to get 1 paper towel. So we're going to just practice that together before we actually go and wash our hands. And then I'm going to talk about this is so much already. I'm going to talk about our preschool centers, how they're going to take their name tag with them. Anywhere they want to go, they can go. They just have to clean up before they're done and take their name tag with them. Make sure you're kind and you're sharing with your friends. Make sure you're not dumping out toys or putting the messy table stuff on your head. Just a few quick reminders with that, and then I'll monitor it through center time. I can't really go into deep details on this because I'm giving them so much information. I still want to read a book and have fun, and then we need to get out of this circle time because they don't have a big attention span. So those are the things I'm going to very quickly touch on during our first group time. And then I'm going to read first Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes, because it's a song and it's really fun. And even if we've been sitting there, they'll all still enjoy this. At the end of the day, I'm going to read A Big Guy Took My Ball. So those are the 2 books that I read on the first day of school. I don't read the typical first day of school books because they're usually kind of dry and boring. And I just want them to know that reading is going to be fun and engaging. And so I pick some of my favorite books to start. Now, ideally, I would love to have my recess before we have our large group time, but because of our schedules, I don't have that. After this, we're going to head outside for recess and practice that line when we're walking in. I'm going to give them lots of praise. Every time I see somebody doing the right thing in their line, I'm going to praise them, praise them, praise them. When we come inside, it's time for snacks, so they're going to go to the bathroom if they have to, and everybody's going to wash their hands. Sit down for snack time. We have shared snacks, so every parent sends in 1 bottle of juice and a snack for the month, like a a bag of pretzels or a bag of cheese sticks. So they get 2 choices. They can have one or both, and they're going to sit down and eat snack. This is where I'm going to talk more when they're eating snack. I'm going to say, when you're all finished with snack, it's going to be your job to raise your hand and say, may I please be excused? And we're going to practice this. May I please be excused? And if I say yes, that's your job to take all of your trash and throw it away. And then I'm going to show them where to get their name tag for center time, and then they can just play throughout the classroom. Typically during center time, I'm doing small group and my assistant is doing the art. We are not doing that on the first week of school. At least the first few days, we are both walking around the classroom, monitoring, helping show them that they have to clean up, to take their name tag with them. And after our center time is over, I'm going to say macaroni and cheese, and then I'm going to teach them to say, everybody freeze, hands on top, everybody stop. And that's when they're going to clean up, take their name tags back, and come back to the carpet. We're going to do books and songs at this time. So on this day, we usually don't have very much time at all. I'm going to quickly read a book and we'll sing one song together. And then we have to get ready to go earlier than we normally do because it's going to take a lot of practice getting on their backpack, getting in the right bus line. So we add an extra like 10 minutes to dismissal time to make sure everybody's getting in their right places. By this time, I'm sure you're dripping in sweat and ready to crash. The first day is always the hardest day of the year. The second day should be better as long as you start early putting in place those routines. Another thing for the first day of school, at open house, I have a name tag for them, so they wear it during open house. I take their pictures so that I can study their names before they come to school, so I already know who everybody is. But also for an extra measure, we send home 3 additional name tags and ask parents to write their child's name and their child's teacher on it and put it on them each of the first 3 days of school, so that our secretary, bus drivers, myself, everybody involved can quickly see their name so we know who everybody is. That covered a lot. Let me know if you have more questions, and I'll make another video on what the first few weeks of preschool look like as well.